Hello, thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about template maintenance and the use of templates in Sage 100C manufacturing. The topics that we're going to talk about: maintaining templates or creating templates, how those templates affect budgeting on your work ticket, and then how to use the template on your work ticket. So here I am in my Sage 100 screen. I'm going to go to manufacturing module, change my date, sorry about that, and go ahead and go to the setup section and work ticket template maintenance. We'll do a lookup here, and as you can see, I have some templates that have been created here. For this CSYS 00100, we have several steps that have been defined. So let's go ahead and choose step 10. Now, when you create your templates, you can use an inventory item code or a special item code, whatever you want to use, and then you can have whatever number of steps that you want. In this particular case, I'm going to look at step 10, and step 10 has this activity code CFG for configure components for this computer custom desktop system. If we go to the parts tab, you can see a list of the parts that I intend to use when producing this custom desktop system. So now let's talk about how to use the budgeting on the work ticket template. So on the additional tab, you can see that we've defined a budgeted number of hours of 4 hours, which is translated into our labor cost of $76.80. Well, that comes from that activity code. So if we go to the activity code maintenance screen and call up the configure components activity code, you can see we have an hourly rate of $16 an hour, and we have a burden percent of $20. So our 4 hours times $16 an hour plus our 20% burden is how we got to the $76.80 on our template. Now, in terms of the parts cost here for our budget, that comes from all of those items that are on the parts tab. And then on the manufacturing options screen, we've defined what cost to use for those parts in our budget, and we've said to use the last cost. Now, you can choose to use either the item's current standard cost or the item's current average cost if you would rather. I've just chosen to use the last cost. So that's where the budgeted amounts come from. Lastly, we're going to talk about how to use the template on the work ticket. So now let's go ahead and create the work ticket. So I'm going to go to sales order entry and choose a valid date. Go to sales order entry, create a new sales order, select my customer, and choose my work ticket class. Now, this work ticket class is a line-based work ticket. Now, this is where I'm going to enter my item code, and if I want to use the template, I have to use the same item code for my work ticket as my template. So I'm going to choose my custom desktop system, go ahead and create a work ticket from that, and let's say the customer is ordering 10 of these. So as I exit this line, it's going to come up and ask me, do I want to create the work ticket from the template? Now, if I say no, it's still going to create the work ticket. It's just going to be blank. I'm going to have to create the steps, put in the part numbers that I intend to use, those kinds of things. But if I say yes, it's going to go ahead and pull that template information into my work ticket. And if I say yes to edit it, I can go look at it. So let's go ahead and look at this work ticket now. So I'll go ahead and accept that. We'll call up step 10, configure components. And it's just like what the template said. We're going to use the activity code config. And if I go to the parts tab, you can see the list of parts that were defined on the template have now been brought into the work ticket. And if I go to the summary tab, I can see the budgeted hours is 40 hours because it was 4 hours to produce one times 10 is now 40. And the labor cost is now, instead of $76.80, it's $768. So everything's multiplied by 10 here. But I want to show you something. If I go back to the parts entry, for example, and let's just say I've decided not to use this part on this particular work ticket, so I'll delete the row. And now I'll go back to the summary. You can see that the budget, when I recalculate it, gets recalculated here. So now that's my budgeted amount. If I were to change the number of hours from, say, 40 to 39, you can see that it automatically changes the budget here. So anytime I'm looking at my profit analysis for my budget versus my actual, or I'm looking at it by work ticket or whatever, you can see that that template has two very important functions. One is to save you time and effort as you create the work ticket, because it can copy the information from the template, plus it creates the budget for that work ticket. So we discussed how to create the templates, how that template affects your budgeting information, and how to create the work ticket from the template. Some information about NIMS & Associates in this channel. Here's our hyperlink to the YouTube channel. You can find us on LinkedIn. Our website address is www.nimsassociates.com, or you can send an email to erp@nimsassociates.com or call 877-454-3200, extension 6346. Thank you very much.